Your man out of Japan, Jay Contra here, and we are playing Breath of the Wild, continuing on the news of, what was it? Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Oh, hold on, sorry, I am now yapping to myself. So if you are watching this archive on YouTube, just know that you can follow my streams at twitch.tv/jcontra. I am trying to stream every day between now and the first week of October when I have to go back to America. Except for like family stuff, which may come up. I don't have any plans, but I'm good. Basically, yeah, as basically every day between now and the beginning of October, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 7 o'clock British time and like 11, I want to say, Pacific time. Where basically I'm just gonna like talk about stuff that I'm thinking about, and mostly just, I don't know, talk about stuff, videos that I'm working on. Sometimes George will provide commentary. I gotta make sure I've got the that on. Otherwise, oh, I can hold stuff. Yeah, I have not played this in like 3 years, so please forgive me. As we go through, I have to relearn how to play this game. I'm trying to actually replay all of my Switch games. Mostly, actually, yeah, if you want to further get into the world of J Contra, I have opened, or I'm now sort of posting semi-regularly to my Instagram, which is, I think, Super J Contra, Instagram.com/Super J Contra. And I'm doing like lots of like gameplay videos, just cool stuff. Like I'm compressing like an hour's worth of gameplay footage into like 4 seconds, and so it's really cool. It's a real trip, as well as doing weird, like a bunch of weird boomerangs and cool stuff. Oh look, it's like I have so recently I've started working on Apple Pay. And it's really weird. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Apple Pay because I don't like contactless payments in general. And I know that it's like a necessity now given the current situation that we're in. But I will be honest in that I want spending money to be as hard as possible for me. And this is true back when I was actually making money, when I actually had a real job. But I don't. If money is easy to spend, then I think it will more easily slip out of your fingers. And so what I really liked in Japan was I was able to, I paid for everything in cash. And so like if I really wanted something, like especially like a rare video game, I would have to then go to the ATM, which is like, sometimes I would do it. Sometimes I like would find that deal and I would go get the money. But then other times I would just be like, it's not really worth the trip to the ATM. And just that little bit of friction would prevent me from spending money, and I found that quite helpful in my life. And so now that I can just touch my phone to a little sensor on a keypad, that really upsets me, and I don't want to do that. But I have to, given my current situation. I wonder, I think that'd be a good, that's a good tip. Megalong, welcome to the stream. Hey, Jay Contra, with the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to play Zelda. I'm actually surprised that there are more people that watch the archives on YouTube, strangely enough, which is why I'm trying to say that, again, if you are watching the archive of this, you can watch live at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, East Coast time in America, 11 o'clock. That is 11 o'clock West Coast time, 7 o'clock British time. Twitch.com/jcontra. Oh, that's how I switch the things. Again, please excuse me, Megalong. I have to relearn how to play this game because I haven't played it in 3 years. Or whenever it first came out. Isn't this the one where you can, roll it over and, kill someone with it? Oh, but there's no, goblins or anything.
Did you do the 4 beasts?
No, I started from the beginning with this because I can't. I think I did all of the easy trials in my last game, so I wanted to have some easy trials that we could do in this playthrough.
I've never played it. It's still on my list.
It's really good. It's not a game that I don't think I would ever want to like play through again, but it's still good. It's worth playing once. I think you can actually skip this guy. I don't think you even need to talk to him. But we'll see what he's got. See if he's got anything.
I think you do have to talk to him, and then you go to the top of the tower.
You gotta get the parasail or whatever.
Yeah, but you've got to go to the tower first, and then he gives you some jobs, and then you parasail off the plateau. Even I know that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yes, the thing 100 years ago that they will explain. They will finally freaking explain. Oh, we've got a bot.
Big Follows is here.
DW Cooper. Oh, wow.
2 bots.
Hey, if the bots stay in the channel, I can get affiliate, so I don't want to kick them out. Because I need the 3. I need like 7 more followers. And I actually dropped because in the last couple streams, people haven't been watching the streams live. So I need 3 viewers on average per stream, along with getting 50 followers.
Everyone watches on the YouTube.
Yeah, I should get like 100 viewers on that, yeah. Yeah, I think, well, more so now is just getting the followers. Once I get the 50 followers, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Then I can be an affiliate. And start making the sweet, sweet subscription money.
Oh yeah, because you can't send me, right? Yeah.
No. I don't even think you can give me bits.
No, I think you have to have 50 followers for that.
Well, because I'd like to start doing channel points and stuff. Like, that's the whole point of doing the stream every day, is so that I can have the community stuff going on. Because I don't see myself, I definitely don't see myself becoming a streamer, because where's the money in being a retro streamer? Like how do you even make money streaming? Like what? Streaming Fortnite, I guess?
Well, no, like, I watch Pokemon.
I see Twitch really just reinforcing YouTube at this point.
Yeah. I think if you're small, then yeah, that's what Twitch does.
Yeah.
But you already have your base on YouTube, so.
Yeah. This is very reminiscent. The thing that I have seen now, being in the UK for the last 5 months, is you just go around and then there's just random buildings that have fallen apart that are like 1,000 years old. And people are just like, just leave it there. It'll be fine. Definitely had a Grey Gardens moments when I saw we went to Bristol today. Bristol.
Great Gardens.
Yeah, so we passed by this giant country house. It looked like the country house from Pride and Prejudice, the movie version with Keira Knightley, not the Colin Firth one. I haven't seen that one, but it looked like that house, except it was yellow, and it was like on this hill overlooking the highway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, here's just this old building that's, I don't know, maybe... It was very yellow, though, so that seemed way too modern. That doesn't seem like something they would do in the 1700s. But, yeah, the Pastos wouldn't have done that. And so I saw that, and I was like, oh, here's just this old house. And that's actually kind of what Downton Abbey is about. Like, that's the thing about Downton Abbey is that, well, for one, it's, right-wing garbage, which is fine, because I love it. Well, I mean, basically, because it's basically, oh, here's this rich person who's so nice and is, like, doing all these nice things for all the poors. And, I mean, I think Downton Abbey is a real guilty pleasure of mine. I feel guilty because I want to feel solidarity.
I mean, I don't like it, but it's fine.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's well written, though, and I think the music's pretty good. But otherwise...
I just find it dull.
But what Downton Abbey is basically about is how... Well, the thing is so weird is that it's all about, like, how there's this family that's trying to keep the house up, but it's like, oh, it's so hard being rich, because we have to maintain this giant house. And it's like, well, oh, actually, it's because this stupid noble invested in the wrong stuff and got blasted in the, like, early 1900s, because he invested in Canadian rail shares. The fool. And then he had to marry this American lady so that he could have her money, and that could keep up the house. But it's like,
Yeah.
well, I think it's because it's like how you had these landed nobles who weren't getting rich, but then you had all the city folk who were getting rich. So it's like, oh, you're just the wrong rich person, I guess, is the moral of the show. Actually, I don't know.
But in Grey Gardens, the point was the Edie's, like, no one was taking care of them, they weren't taking care of themselves.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So,
So
I
the
think.
family just paid them loads of money to, like, keep out of everyone's business and not besmirch the name of Jackie O.
Oh, I see. Yeah. What? How does the Grey Gardens end?
I mean, it's just, there's no, like, plot to it.
Yeah.
It's just them talking about their life, and little Edie's always going like, oh, I could have been someone if I didn't have to stay here and look after you. And Big Edie's just like, just leave if you want to. Like, someone will look after me, it's fine. But I think that's the point, is that little Edie is always using her mother
As an excuse.
as an excuse
Yeah.
for why she never did anything with her life. But Big Edie did have a life, that's the point. Like, she was a famous singer, and she had a couple husbands, and obviously she had little Edie.
Yeah.
I don't know if she had any other children, but so she like did quite a bit, and now she's like old and fat and just sitting in Grey Gardens. But more like she probably would like to still be a singer or whatever. I mean, like, she's not like that bothered by it.
Yeah.
But little Edie sort of did nothing with her life.
See, now this is where I would then look around the map, and I would then sync with the map, and I would jump into a barrel of hay.
Yeah.
I miss Assassin's Creed, man. I miss the like good Assassin's Creeds. I'm having a real hard time thinking of like, and especially because I think the next Assassin's Creed is going to be like in like Viking times. I have zero patience for that. I want to get down.
Jump. He just died when he jumped.
I think so. That's what was, man. Because my favorite part of Assassin's Creed was climbing up the towers, looking around the towns, especially in like the Ezio saga, because it was like cool, like European towns and cities. But the newer ones, it just doesn't work. It's just not the same.
I want to play Lady Liberty. I got that.
That's the Vita one, right? Yeah, that'd be really cool. So, oh, okay, didn't take any damage there. That's good.
It depends how far you fall.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about today's gaming news?
What is today's gaming news? I haven't.
Well, I only know about Torna, but that's what's been bothering me all day. The Crash Bandicoot thing.
Okay, if you want to make this the Torna podcast, we can do that.
I just think this works best when we talk about what's going on.
Yeah, I guess it at least gives something for us to talk about.
Yeah. So, what do you think?
Though I guess we should probably talk about the controversy. Is it a controversy though, or is it just something you're pissed about?
It's not a controversy. It's only controversial to me. But,
Yeah.
it is still news. They released some footage of Crash Bandicoot 4.
This is going to be for the PlayStation 4. Is that coming out this year?
5. It's going to be for PlayStation 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They only just announced it, and they've just released a little bit of footage, but like not much.
Is it going to be a launch game, or is it coming out?
Oh, I don't know.
In the far future.
I don't know. Yeah, they haven't put a deadline on it, but they've been pretty good at like getting stuff done quickly, because they did the remasters really quickly, they did the Spyro really quickly, and they did the Crash Team Racing pretty quickly. So they're pretty on it, I feel.
I don't know if you can do a first-party PlayStation 5 game quickly, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but they're pretty good on deadlines, I guess.
Yeah.
What I can say, but I don't like the remasters for several reasons. I much prefer the originals because they used the physics engine from Crash 1, which is the worst physics engine, obviously, because not physics engine, but the physics
What's your
generally.
dodge?
Because you know, when did Crash Naughty Dog? Naughty Dog got better with every game, which makes sense, right? So they got better with every game. But I guess when they were remaking it, they were like, oh, this is what the physics were like, and then just put them in. And it has the side effect that it makes the game much, much harder.
Yeah.
Putting those physics in all three games when they're not, meant for it.
Would you say the first one is the hardest?
I haven't played much of the remakes, I haven't finished them or anything. So I don't know personally just the remakes, but the original, the first one's the hardest for sure. And that's why loads of people came out and they were like, Crash Bandicoot is the Dark Souls of video games and such.
Of the PlayStation, is the Dark Souls of 1996 or whenever.
Yeah,
It came.
I mean, they can be hard at times for sure. And if you want 100% Crash 1, that's pretty tough. But I would say finishing Dark Souls is probably harder. I wouldn't know because I only played 4 hours. But I mean, I'll finish Crash. I've finished 2 Crash games in 4 hours. So
I think if you practice Dark Souls, you could be all right at it because it seems to be mostly you just die a lot, and that's how you figure out.
yeah,
do.
but I mean that's why it's hard. Is that it requires a lot of practice to get good at it. You'd need far less practice to become good at Crash Bandicoot. Is my point.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I didn't like about that, and also if you played the original Crash Bandicoot games, sometimes you can play as Coco. And even in the original Crash Bandicoot 4, because this is meant to be Crash Bandicoot 4, but they're ignoring the old Crash Bandicoot 4 and 5, which is sort of fair because they're not as good as the original 3. 5 is not what I would call the Twin Sanity. I don't consider it in Crash Bandicoot's main line. I think Wrath of Cortex was okay though. They came up with new ideas and stuff. They tried something. It's just not as good.
Is Wrath of Cortex legit the number 4, or did they come out with the number 4 after that?
It was meant to be the number 4, yeah. But Twin Sanity was also meant to be number 5, and that is not anything like the others. And
Yeah.
crap. The problem with Wrath of Cortex is it stuck probably too closely to what had happened before. Because if you look at Crash 2 compared to Crash 1 and Crash 3 compared to Crash 2, they are pretty different. Crash 1, Crash 2 and 3 have the walk rooms, and Crash 1, you don't have a choice of levels, you just have to go. And in order to get the gem, you don't have to just get all the boxes, you have to get all the boxes and not die. So it's really tough if you want 100% that. That's the only one I'm not 100%, because it's tough. So yeah, but in Crash 3 and in Crash 4, actually, the Wrath of Cortex, Coco was a playable character, but she is very different from Crash. Coco, she rides jet skis, she has her little tiger mate, she flies a plane, and in 4 she does some platforming, but the point is her jump's not as high.
Wait, who is this? What's
Coco.
her name? Coco.
Is Crash's sister. But that's the thing is Coco, in the cutscenes as well, Coco's point where she's very good at technology and she's very friendly and stuff, which is why she's good with animals. But she's not as physically, she's a nerd, right? She's not as physically good as Crash, whereas Crash is
He's the Chad.
Well, no, he's meant to be really dumb, but yeah, he's good at jumping and running and that. Whereas Coco, yeah, it's meant to be the opposite of that. And then they just made Coco a skin of Crash, so you can play as Coco in the remakes.
Yeah.
But it's just the skin, it's exactly the same. Which I didn't like, because I don't like it when you're just what if Crash was a girl?
What if Metroid was a girl?
Yeah, and Coco is not what Crash would be like if he was a girl. Like, Coco's got her own character and stuff. And to me, like, I get the idea. It was like, what if girls want to play and they want to play as a girl? But I don't like that. So, anyway, not talking about the really old Crash Bandicoots.
Yeah, bring it back to
The
20.
new one.
Yeah.
So, the new one...
2020.
Yeah, 2021 maybe.
Yeah.
The one that's coming out is going to have multiple playable characters, and it seems that it takes place in two different dimensions, like two different worlds. One with Crash and Coco, and another one where Crash and Coco died. And in that dimension, Torna, if anyone remembers her from Crash 1, the like sort of blonde bimbo that was Crash Bandicoot's girlfriend, she's turned into like a dyke now, and she's like got this grappling hook, and she's all like badass and stuff. And again, I have like a problem with this because like I don't like this idea that female characters have to be like masculine in order to be strong. I don't like that. Like Coco's strong because she's really smart, and you know she's really good with technology. She can make stuff, but she's still like a little girly girl. Like that to me is like good design because it's, you know, and like Bayonetta is one of my favorite female designs of all time because she's like very tough on the outside, but it's obvious that she's actually very vulnerable. Like in Bayonetta 1, she has like a very maternal and motherly side to her, and even in 2 as well, towards Loki, she's very motherly and maternal, while at the same time like pretending to be a badass. And yeah, she still has like these very soft feminine side as well. That's why I think Bayonetta is a really well written female character. I really like her. But yeah, I don't like the idea that you have to make a female character strong or like masculine in order to be strong or a good character. I don't like that.
Where's all the Bayonetta merch?
Yeah, right.
Like, there's basically only amiibos, and that's it. Like, I think there was like there was a 1/6 scale figure that came out.
Yeah, but what do you want? Like a Bayonetta plushie? Probably not.
No, I think it'd be cool to have like an action figure. Like, if there was a Bayonetta Figma, oh my god, I'd have like. I would legit buy both 1 and 2, Bayonetta and Figmas. That'd be great. Does that exist? Are there Bayonetta Figma?
Maybe.
Oh, there's a Play Arts Kai. Oh man, that would be so awesome to have. Those are always so good. I don't think I ever ended up buying any of those, but I love those action figures.
Oh, I don't really care for action figures.
Yeah, there's a giant. It was released in 2013. There's a big statue, but no action figures as far as I know.
Well. So, I guess, like, because most of these things are, like, written by men, they're trying to write what they think women are
yeah.
Like, you know, Life is Strange? Like, people love Life is Strange because it's about, like, lesbians, and they're like, oh, wow, this is, like... And, like, the main protagonist is a woman, and they're like, wow, you know... This is a woman.
Oh, I gotta pull that up.
But the main 2 characters for me, the 2 lesbians, are like the worst written characters of all time. Like, I never knew any woman who ever acted like this. Like, it just seems so dumb to me, and I know it's because it's written by men.
Oh,
Which sounds bad, but like.
George, you're just being sexist towards men. You just hate men.
No, like, I just feel like they should have made it 2 gay boys if they wanted to, like, make that point. instead of two lesbians.
But it's straight men trying to write gay women,
yeah,
and so it's like
yeah.
K.
Either hire like at least for consulting.
Did they do? Do
Hire
you
a
know who
lesbian
wrote
for
that?
consultation.
Well, who wrote it?
No, it was definitely a man. Yeah, because I remember looking it up before. But yeah, I know like they're trying to be like inclusive or whatever, but it isn't really inclusive just to make the characters lesbians. Like, it's more inclusive to have lesbians talk about themselves. You know what I mean? Can you just jump over it for the whole?
I can't. What? Why can't I
jump?
No, I don't think so.
Surely.
Hold on. Pick it up. Move it aside.
No, because you'd still have to walk on that block on the bottom there.
Yeah, so this is strange.
Are you sure you can't jump? I don't know about this. Like, why would they take away Link's jump?
Well, no, but in Legend of Zelda, you don't normally jump. You, like, jump across, but not up.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, I
There's no way he can't clear that one block. I'm not gonna do it.
There we go. Okay, well, I made it through somehow.
Oh. No friend.
I could have sworn there's...
Christian Devine and Jean-Luc Cano wrote it. So yeah, 2 men.
What company did this? Because it was published by Square Enix, right?
Yeah, Don't Nod. It's a French game.
Ugh.
You can't do that.
You can be racist against the French. It's fine.
I like French people.
Plus, the French are so stuck up.
I mean, please look at Don't Nod.
Don't Nod? What is Don't Nod?
The people who made Life is Strange.
Oh, yeah. They...
Spot the lesbian. Because she ain't there.
Wait, isn't there a woman on the right?
No, it's all men.
Oh, yeah?
Quite bearded.
I see.
Which is fine, like... Oh, they made Remember Me as well.
Remember Me, that is that...
The game that no one remembers.
I see.
I have no problem with, like, all-male development teams. Like, you can do that, but... You're probably not going to write a great lesbian character, that's all I'm saying.
What was our original topic? The lady who's going to be in Crash?
Torna.
Yeah, what is it? Torna?
Torna, T-A-W-N-A.
So there's Torna, and then who is Crash's sister?
Coco.
Coco. Torna and Coco. What was that image you showed me on Twitter?
Just, Torna, her old design and her new design.
I see. Someone was very excited about the new Torna announcement, I think, on Twitter.
No, they were saying, like, you can't change it that much, sort of thing.
What are you talking about? They drew, like, out these two characters.
Yeah, but the point is, like, that you should keep some semblance of the old design in the new design, otherwise it's completely unrecognizable.
I don't think I don't know. I'm not a character designer, so I can only guess.
You just saw it and became horny, so you can't, like, that wasn't the point of the image, then you can't see past that.
What I discussed this with George before, but what I was really perplexed by was that there are these, what bandicoots? Are they bandicoots?
Bandicoots,
yeah.
Yes.
They're bandicoots, they're female bandicoots, and so they're basically furry animals, but then they have human hair. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
Why do they do that? Not even Disney does that. Like, in Disney movies...
Yeah, think about, like, Chip and Dale's.
Oh, Chip and Dale's, but Chip and Dale's also very horny for that one lady.
Well, if you were horny for the Chip and Dale mouse, then
no,
that's
I
fine.
wasn't, but the people who made it were very horny for that.
I really liked the Chip and Dale mouse. I can't remember her name, but I liked her.
So I'm trying to think about what was the movie that came out? Zootopia. I
Yeah,
don't
the
think the
rabbit, yeah.
ladies in that have.
No, but she did have tits.
I guess, yeah, which is weird because that's like, I mean, rabbits don't have those, right?
Rabbits don't
sort of
have
they
tits.
do.
No. They have nipples.
But the other mammals, so they do have that.
No, but like rabbits, cats, dogs, they don't have tits. They just have nipples.
Yeah. They sort of do, though,
It's
because, like, when you look
very-
at, like, a dog, like a pregnant dog, like, they've got
Yeah,
some,
when they're
like...
pregnant, the nipples get really big, but they don't have a breast. No.
Yeah.
Very rare do mammals have breasts, but if you would like to see a mammal that is not a human with a breast, look up elephants' tits. Because it is freaky how much they look like human tits.
Yeah. Alright, I wonder if this...
But
how...
like a dolphin don't have a tit, like a whale
yeah,
don't
that's
have
true.
a tit.
Dolphins are mammals?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
End
they must be.
conversation ends.
I know whales are mammals, but dolphins I'm not so familiar with.
A whale's fin has fingers like a human.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and they have legs. Inside the main body, they've got like on their skeleton is little legs, but they don't grow enough to protrude outside. Same that we have like a little tail, but it doesn't protrude out anymore.
I see. I don't know.
This is not video games.
Yeah, George was saying that like, oh, aren't you good with animals the other day? And I'm like, no, I'm good with pets. I'm good with cats and dogs, and that's it.
I used to go to
That's
the
all I'm good at.
zoo like once a month, so and
Yeah.
I'm like very into animals. I know a lot of like random animals.
Yeah, I have friends that are really into animals, but I'm just like I believe we should respect animals. I'm like really upset about like the mass extinction event that's going on right now, but I really don't care.
What is the mass extinction event?
So I learned about this. I took a class in college about extinction, and basically what's happening right now is we're because of human activities. A controversial statement here, but we're basically like seeing a massive die-off in massive amounts of the animal population. I mean, it's no surprise that we've seen a lot of animals go extinct in particularly the last 100 years.
Yeah.
But also, like, I think the report came out a while ago that basically we've lost like half of all biomass or like animal mass. Die in that?
Apparently.
Like within the last 10 years or something. Because when you think about like all the rainforest that's getting chopped up, all the like, I remember someone in like a thread saying that like, remember when there used to be like fireflies? Like you could just go outside and there'd be like just fireflies glowing outside. And I can remember this because back my
well, we didn't have that in the UK.
Well, I mean, you gotta have fireflies somewhere.
No.
Must have used to because in West Virginia, that's where my grandparents live. I very distinctly remember being out there when I was like 10 or so, and there'd just be like packs of fireflies out near my aunt's house, and I don't think I've seen a firefly in like 20 years. Now that I think about it,
You lived in Japan.
I didn't see any fireflies in Japan.
Oh my god! Stop.
Where were you seeing fireflies?
Like any river, near any river.
I never saw any, and I lived near a couple rivers.
Well, I don't know what you were just staying in the house then, I guess.
Well, also that, but I did, I went out to things online.
If you go to rivers at night, there are fireflies in Japan.
When was the last time you saw this?
Like last summer. Always summer, but yeah.
Always summer, okay.
Well, that's why we don't have them here. It's not hot enough.
Oh, yeah?
They're a summer insect.
I see.
Or like, I can't remember the exact season, but it's like maybe start of autumn. I can't remember, but yeah. I'm gonna Google it now.
What are you Googling fireflies?
When is firefly season?
I mean, yeah, it's got to be the summer, because I remember it being warm.
Yeah, but this is very far away from video games now, so.
I mean, we're talking about animals. That's sort of relevant.
So, like, I got a lot of heat for saying that, oh, it says June.
But do you have fireflies here? Or is that just in general, it is June in Japan?
It's June, it says. Yeah.
I see.
So, start of summer. I forgot my point. Oh yeah, so people were angry at me on Twitter because I said that I don't like the new design. But
Yeah. Well, it's just obviously it's because you hate women, George. Just
it's
accept
not
your
even that I
internalized
don't like the
misogyny.
new design. I think the like punky dyed hair is like well overdone now.
No, I don't think it's done enough.
Oh no, like I don't like it on real people, and I don't like it in video games. But that's just like a personal thing. I understand
Yes, yes.
that. But yeah, it's just like I don't know, a very bland design, and then I don't know why they're trying to be like, oh, it's Torna. It's nothing like her. Like, just make it a new character, or like, I don't know. You don't have to make a woman look like a dyke to make her strong.
I see. I am of the opposite opinion, where I feel like because, for one, are there people invested in Crash lore? Like, I feel
Well,
like
clearly me.
besides you, but you and like three other people, I feel like the it's I think an attempt to just at least bring somebody back. Because if they bring in new, who's gonna care about the new person though? Because we
But
live.
why couldn't they make her look like the original design or something, and have her own special skills? Like, I like the idea that they made her use a grapple.
Yeah.
So if you want to use her, why don't you give her the original design, give her a grapple, give her some other skills? I don't understand why she has to have generic look.
It's just the look that's in now. I think the problem is, are we getting too old now, where things have to look like they did 20 years ago?
Well, I don't know. I sort of like with Mirror's Edge. I didn't like uh, when they remade, like they did the, what's it called, sequel.
Yeah.
They did the sequel to Mirror's Edge, and they changed like the look of Faith, and I'm just like, why?
I still have to play that. I loved the first Mirror's Edge. That was such an amazing game.
I didn't like it, but only because I can't play first person games. But I
Yeah.
do understand that it was a good game. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get to grips with the like physics of it because I just don't play first person games.
But I gotta remember how you equip the arrows. Because I got fire arrows and I want to blow that up. I forgot how to do
I feel
it.
like Faith was a well-written lesbian character though.
Was she a lesbian though?
You know, the invisible lesbian. Implied
Come on, it's
lesbian.
gonna blow up. Come on, blow up, blow up, blow up.
The-
Yeah.
Making visible the invisible lesbian.
How do you dodge?
What I always love is like when there's like lists of like the best female protagonists of all time or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you almost always see Shell from Portal.
Yeah, and she doesn't do anything or talk or
Yeah,
have a personality.
That's what like absolutely kills me. That's why her name's Shell, because she's just the shell of a person. Like
Yeah.
she's not meant to have a personality, and people like.
I think it's just how desperate people are looking for AAA women.
Well, I mean, I don't even know. Like Portal's a good game, and like that's. I mean, she's all she needs to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't really want her to have a personality because the idea of the game is meant to be that
It's
you.
a self-insert.
Yeah, it's meant to be you. It's the same as what's his name?
Gordon Freeman?
Yeah, Gordon Freeman. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's just a self-insert. He's not meant to have a personality or anything.
Yeah.
And Link even to like.
I would say Link, yeah. Link is the real start of all that. Which is like why Linkle is so interesting, because it's like Link, but, well, also a moron, but at least they have a personality. Linkle does.
Yeah, Linkle has a personality, but I mean, she's only in Hyrule Warriors, right? I don't think she's in anything else.
No, because I think she was in like design documents for Hyrule Warriors, and then she actually got added. Or no, it was in something, and then she got added to Hyrule Warriors.
I think she was gonna be in Breath of the Wild actually as like a choosable character, so you
Yeah.
can choose to be Link or Link or.
That would have been cool.
And be what? But this is the thing: is that like Link isn't meant to have a personality. You are meant to be Link. It's meant to be you roaming about.
Yes.
So the whole idea of just giving it a skin and making it Linkle doesn't really do service to the game.
I feel it does though, because it's like, what's the difference? Because it doesn't matter, you know, who you're playing as, because you're just the insert for the player,
Well, if it doesn't matter, then why do you need her?
so that you can at least be the correct gender.
Why does that matter? Why does it matter if you're playing as the correct gender?
I don't know. Some people think that matters.
Well.
Well, and then if it doesn't matter,
But then,
you...
like, what about playing as the correct race? What about playing as the correct sexuality? Like, I don't know.
Well, I don't know if there are.
Link's hobbies are different to yours?
That's a false equivalence. That's not the same.
I don't know. I feel like, a person has 100 characteristics. Like, gender's just one of them.
Yeah. Well,
Gender
I think.
is a concept, yeah.
Well, yes, but it's also like an amalgamation of all those things.
I just think, like, Link is fine. Like, you don't need Link. Then I like the fact that they gave her a character in Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
Because that at least then gives her, like, a reason. I think, like, yeah, they were just
A reason to exist, yeah.
Give it up, and then they're like, oh, we'll create her, she's into crossbows, and she's a moron. And she likes Cookos. So... I mean, they gave Link a bit of character in Breath of the Wild, he's a bit sassy.
Is he though? I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't remember. I actually can't remember that much about Breath of the Wild now that I think about it.
Yeah, a lot of the text, like the dialogue options.
Oh yeah.
He can be pretty sassy when he wants to. I think that was like, first bit of Link's character. I mean, like Link is like he always comes up heavily as like a sex icon for people, and I'm like, how? Like, where?
Is it because women want someone who doesn't talk?
Yeah, like, where's his personality? How can you say he's, like, one of the sexiest video game characters? He doesn't have any personality.
He is such a good listener.
Yeah. Well, that he is. I mean, he, like, he's athletic and he goes above and beyond, to save the world every single time.
Yeah.
And he is funny, sassy.
I would say so, yeah.
So, I mean, he has got a little bit of personality, but yeah. I don't get it, though. Like, I feel like he's quite sassy in Majora's Mask, even, like, talking to the toilet ghost, and he, like, just don't give a fuck.
The toilet ghost. It's not a ghost, it's just a hand that shoots up out of the toilet, yeah.
Or, like,
What do I do with this?
put it in the slot.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Puzzle 101. Is it going to be horror? Yeah.
Oh!
Or, like how he goes to the inn and he steals the key from the Goron, like, as he's walking into the inn. That is hilarious to me. Like, even if the Goron is there, like, walking to the counter, you can still take the key first.
Yes,
I love
yes.
it.
I love that. That's, like, one of the great tricks. You can get the 100 rupees out of that guy's room. You don't have to go, like a chump, through the top door of the stock pot inn.
Yeah.
It is just so good. It's perfect.
Yeah, so, he's quite sassy sometimes like that.
Yeah.
Or, like, when he goes into the pirate's den and he's, like, stealing all the eggs.
Yes, yes. And he's shooting beehives at all those ladies so they run out of the room.
Yeah, so I feel like he does have a bit of sass to him. But, yeah, I never got the sex appeal of him, but
I mean, he's a good looking dude.
Yeah, but but also, no character. It reminds me, though, you did finish Persona 5, right?
I did.
The teacher, what's her name? Kamakura?
Yes, Kamakawi, I think.
I can't remember, anyway.
Yeah.
The teacher comes,
Kawakami, I think.
Kawakami?
Maybe.
Okay. and she's dressed as a maid.
Yeah.
And she's like, what do you do anyway? And you have the choice, like, I'm a college student, I work from home, or I'm a dad. And I absolutely, like, that killed me. Like, what do you do? I'm a dad.
I'm a dad.
So, like, that's why I like Persona, is like those moments.
Yeah. Hold on, can I climb up this thing all the way? Possibly. Nah.
Well, you can get the stamina upgrade later.
Yeah. I think that's what I'll have to do.
I feel like there's a great link between Persona 5's dialogue writing and Breath of the Wild's dialogue writing.
They came out at relatively the same
Yeah.
time, didn't they?
Yeah.
Although I think Persona 5 probably took longer to develop, because I think that took like 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, it took like 10 years to come out. At least Breath of the Wild only took like 5 or 6.
Because the last Persona game was Full Golden. That came out 2012.
Yeah, which is derivative of 4, which came out for the PS2.
2008. So, yeah, I think they started working on 5 while they were doing the DLC for Golden.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a long old time. Because then it came out, what, was it 2017? That these two came out, I feel.
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
But it's really funny, you know, like, we're talking about lesbians. And Persona, I guess.
Yes.
Is that, so people, like, really hate on Persona because there's quite a few, like, homophobic elements to it.
Particularly in Persona 5, yeah.
Persona 5 had those, like, queenie boys who, like, follow Ryuji around and try and finger him, and
Yeah.
he's, like, 17, right? And, you know, it's obviously, like, showing... I mean, I know it's only 2 characters, but it's, like...
They come up pretty frequently.
Semi-frequently, and they're,
Yeah.
like, what would you even call them? Molesters?
Predatory, I guess?
Predators.
Yeah.
That's what I say, sexual predators. So it's like the only 2 gay people in that game are sexual predators. But actually, like, if you study the Persona lore, so Persona 4 has a character called Kanji, and in Persona 4 the whole deal is, like, in Persona 5, the dungeons are based around the worst part of you, right?
Yeah.
So, like, it's futabars, hermits, and, you know, that one guy's a sexual predator and stuff like that.
Yes.
In Persona 4, it's based around your greatest insecurity. So, like, the one girl, her castle is a strip club, because, like, she's worried that she's a slut, sort of thing.
Okay.
So it's based on your insecurity, and there's a character called Kanji, and he's like a tough biker guy, and his one is a bathhouse, like a gay bathhouse,
Mm-hmm.
because that's his insecurity, is that he's gay.
I see.
And like, he ends up falling for a woman disguised as a guy, who people have, like, said, like, she's trans, but she's not. She's like, she works in the police, and she said, like, she was always harassed and never fitted in as a woman, so she just started pretending that she was a guy. Not like that she wanted to be a guy, just that she didn't correct people when they thought she was a guy.
Yeah.
Because it was easier, and, like, her arc is coming to terms with that she doesn't have to be a guy to fit in. And Kanji's arc is coming to terms with that you don't have to put a label on your sexuality to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he can fancy this girl dressed as a dude, he can fancy her if she's just a girl, and if he wants, he can fancy a dude too. That's all cool. Like, you know, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So, like, that was in 4. I mean, that's only one Persona game back from these completely out of touch gay characters.
Right.
And in Persona 2, Innocent Sin as well, the main character's bisexual, and you have a gay social link. which people don't remember, obviously.
Well, because it's fallen in the memory hole, and
Yeah.
who has time to play Persona 2? I don't think
Me.
did Persona 2 did it come out in English?
So there's actually like really funny stories. So like the original Persona game, so Persona 3 is like the really popular, when it became popular, because that's when it became half high school simulator.
Yeah.
And you have the social
Right.
links and you make friends with people and then they get better in battle the more friendly you are with them. But Persona, I want to 1, 2, and 2.2, because there's 2 Persona 2s if you don't know.
Right.
So the first 3 Persona games don't play like that at all. They play like a standard, like sort of Super Famicom RPG sort of thing, where you're just walking around town. They still have the Persona thing, and you can still merge Personas and things like that, but it's much more like RPG than it is visual novel.
Right,
The later
right.
ones.
Yeah, I gotta play 4.
It's really good, and it's out on PC now as well, so it's like
Yeah.
easy for everyone. Or, you know, I have spare Vitas.
Of course.
So, yeah, when 3 came out, and that was so popular, and 3 as well has a bisexual social link. She's a robot though, but in Persona 3 Portable you can choose whether to be female or male.
Yeah.
And you can social link with the robot, like make her your girlfriend, whichever one you are, and she just sort of says like, it wouldn't matter to me what gender you are, sort of thing. She said something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I like you for who you are, is the point.
Can I surf on this? Is that possible? Nope. Never
Not
mind.
if you do that.
Nope.
So I really like that. Oh, game over, he drowned. I didn't realize he was going to drown.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Persona 2, you play as Innocent Sin. You play as Tatsuya, and there is one male character who is gay or bisexual that you can ask to be your partner as well. Tetsuya, not Tatsuya. But yeah. So I think that's really interesting. And the thing is as well, like, I didn't know my Persona history, because when everyone was like, Persona 5 so bad for gay people, and I kept going like, this game is Japanese, there will never be a gay social link. But I was wrong, because there already had been a gay social link, I just hadn't played this version.
Well, what the thing is that it's like people say it's like so bad for gay people, and it's like, yes, in that, okay, there's like the one time it mentions gay people, it's like not, great.
Yeah.
It's not even good, but it's like, to then color it with like this, like, oh, it's like the worst thing that's ever happened to gay people ever, is a bit hyperbolic, I think.
I get the point though, like, I understand that people wanted like a gay social link.
Yeah.
But I don't think every Persona protagonist has to be bisexual or whatever, like, or gay. In fact, that's what I sort of don't like about Mass Effect and stuff, is that, like, I know, like, it's a blank slate protagonist, so you can just do whatever you want, and then you can get with whoever you want, and I mean, that's fine, but I think it's much better if your protagonist has, like, a character. That's just my preference, though. I know plenty of people like doing the Dragon Age Mass Effect thing, so, I mean, that's fine, too. Just enjoy games. Just enjoy them.
Now, how am I supposed to get across?
It's got to be something to do with that.
I know, yeah, like, I know you can get across, I just can't even remember how to do this stuff.
But,
Okay, come down, you fools. Oh, yes, the chili peppers.
I mean, the thing is as well, like, who's going and playing... Oh my god, I went off my point.
No, but it's good, it's a digression, that's what we need.
Yeah, so Persona 3 came out, and that was really popular, and then they decided to localize Persona 1 and Persona 2, but, like, there were... one of the, like, crazy decisions they made was the... like, they're called, like, Tetsuya, or, like, whatever Japanese name. They decided, like, people wouldn't understand that, so then when they localized it, they called them, like, Jeff and stuff like that.
Which one was this? 3?
1, I believe.
Oh, 1.
Because after 3 came out, they were like, oh, we have to localize the older ones. Yeah, so then they're called like Jeff and stuff. It's really weird. And like, you know how Brock likes jelly
My
donuts?
jelly donut. Yeah.
It's that sort of localization
Oh,
where
no.
it's like they tried, and Persona is like very Japanese as well, and they've taken out like sort of all mention of Japan and like tried to put an American reference in there, and that's like pretty funny. But do you know who the main antagonist of Persona 2 Innocent Sin is?
No.
It is Adolf Hitler. So, I think Innocent Sin never got localized because they were just like, we're not touching this.
Yeah, it's like Bionic Commando, which was just Hitler's revival, but then they decided to call it Bionic Commando.
Yeah, but actually now Innocent Sin did get, so after the whole Jeff debacle, I can't remember what the real names were, but
Yeah.
after that terrible localization and the fact that they didn't even localize Innocent Sin, and the thing with Persona 2, so it's split into parts, Eternal Punishment and Innocent Sin, and Eternal Punishment is like the story from another viewpoint. So it's like two halves of the same story, sort of like Bravely Default or something where you play through the story twice. So like it doesn't make nearly as much sense if you haven't played Innocent Sin. So like, because Innocent Sin is like part 1 and Eternal Punishment is part 2.
Yeah.
And they only localized Eternal Punishment because of Hitler. So it didn't really make sense. And then when they were like relocalizing it because they realized like what a terrible job, that was when they remade Innocent Sin. I don't know if they took Hitler out, I can't remember that. But that's only in PAL, I believe, that the Innocent Sin still never got an American release, which I think is really funny. But I don't know why your lead antagonist can't be Adolf Hitler. Like, why can't we do that?
I think back, because this was the 90s, right? So that was when...
It might even be the 80s.
No, because Persona 2 came out for the PlayStation. So it would have been the mid-90s.
99, actually, I was very off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we were still a bit weird about localizing games back then.
Yeah,
there it is. I see what we're
The
supposed to
original
do.
version was not localized for Western territories, however the PSP version was later released.
I see.
So that's why. Because of Hitler. Oh, it is Tatsuya. I got it right the first time and then corrected myself.
No, I want to throw it! Oh, that's a ZR. God. Why would they do this?
But I really love the Persona series. It's one of my favorite series of all time.
Oh, no, and then I'm not on... Oh, God. Alright, this is going to be rough. I forgot how rough this game is. Okay, bring my health up, and then because I got to move this. But then the thing is like, they expect you to move this. How do I rotate it?
It's really funny though because
No,
like
that.
Persona 2 deals with a lot of like you know, rumors and like how bad it can be, you know, to spread rumors and like how you can't believe in everything you hear, because the idea is there's like, they call it like a Joker disease, and it's like if you spread too many rumors, like because of jealousy, then you have the chance of turning into the Joker, which is like this evil thing.
Which you would then actually become the Joker in Persona 5.
Well, yeah. I think that's why they called him Joker.
Oh yeah, a little mod.
Yeah. So here we go. After confronting the Joker and the final member of the Circle, Jun's estranged mother Junko, they and the Circle are attacked by a group of rumor-generated Nazis. See, this is the point. It's like people start talking about rumors that Nazis are coming back.
Rumor-generated
But
Nazis.
I think that's the point, right? Because to take like a modern example of like Hillary Clinton's attack on Pepe the Frog.
Yes.
So Pepe the Frog was just a meme, and then
Yes.
Hillary Clinton declared it a symbol of white supremacy, and as such it became a symbol of white supremacy.
I mean, to be fair, it was just popular on 4chan, so a lot of those white nationalists were on 4chan. So,
but then they thought it was funny. But like before Hillary Clinton's PR team did that, like Katy Perry was using Pepe. It was just like a fun meme.
Right.
And then she was like, no, Pepe is evil, and then it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I think like that's their point.
Uh-huh.
Wait, I've lost my point about the Nazis. Rumor-generated Nazis called the Last Battalion, led by a resurrected Führer. So he's just called the Führer.
The Führer, I see. What? Oh my god. But fire destroys ice. Why? Oh, do I have to eat more? I thought you had to eat a bunch and then...
Yeah, it's the idea of Kotodama, the belief that words can influence the real world.
Yeah. Oh no, come on. Now I'm remembering why I didn't like Breath of the Wild that much.
In addition to concerns that American audiences might not understand references to Japanese culture, there were concerns over potentially controversial content, including symbolic allusions to Nazis, Adolf Hitler, and the appearance of swastikas. In the end, it was decided not to localize.
I can see why. I mean, it was hard enough for like Square to localize their games.
Later, Atlas said the main reason was a shortage of staff. As the team was already working on Eternal Punishment.
Maybe it's the curry. Maybe I didn't get the curry. Maybe I'm not eating enough of these guys. Where is it? I'm pretty sure it's this way.
It's really funny because I don't care at all about the other Shin Megami Tensei games, but I really like Persona.
Persona? Well, because, yeah, I've never been a big fan of the Shin Megami Tensei games, just from like a plot standpoint, because it's all about like post-apocalypse stuff. Mm-hmm. But the Persona games, I think, are interesting, and I do want to play 4. I started playing 4 in English, and then it was just like, I think 5 came out, and I was like, oh, I'll just play that. Okay, where is it? Oh, please be over here.
But
Please
the
be over here.
Persona games, though, like the original ones, they're 2D, if people don't know about that. Like 2D pixel art, because obviously they're quite old. And they, because of that, they totally hold up. They look great.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about 4, is that it just doesn't look great anymore.
Yeah. Honestly, I've played all the Persona games except Innocent Sin. And...
Where the heck is it?
4 is probably the worst, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I mean, people in the Vita community like to wank off over it because it's like... it was until this year, like, the only Vita exclusive game. But now it's on PC, so it's not good.
God. Am I going to have to come back here? Yeah, because I can't...
You messed up.
I don't know where the thing is.
What are you looking for? Shrine.
The shrine, yeah.
Do you have to go to one of those 3 first? You have to
Wait,
go
is
to
it
that
this one?
I think?
No, wait, that's the start.
Oh, it's a warp, okay. Yeah, maybe you're not ready for this.
Well, I had the thing, I had a torch, but then the stupid keys came towards me and I hit it and it like extinguished the fire. But I was like, fire destroys us.
Does it? Oh, what about that little red X? Is that where you're trying to go?
That's where I died.
Okay.
You think X marks the spot, that's where you go. But no, it's Zelda, so it's got to be hardcore. That's, I think my problem with Breath of the Wild is it's just way harder than any other Zelda.
I don't know. Zelda 1 is pretty rough. I don't know if you remember that. Zelda 2.
Zelda 1's rough, but it's simple to understand. The thing about the Breath of the Wild is you've got to deal with like 20 different systems that are operating at the same time. Because you have to deal with stamina, you have all the cooking stuff that you have to deal with, you have... I think Breath of the Wild is a good game, but I think it can be perhaps a bit confusing to people, especially because it doesn't really explain anything.
But Zelda
explicitly.
2 is worse for that.
Oh, well, but we're also talking about a game that was developed in, like, the, 1980s.
I love, like, Miyamoto talking about Zelda 2. He's just like, we tried something different. It didn't work.
Yeah, to be fair, hey, you tried and you failed. And so what's the lesson you learned?
Yeah, but that's
Never
what he says
try.
about it. I like that he just admits, like, sometimes you try and sometimes you fail.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it was crap, but, it happened.
I'm just trying to remember how you freaking roll in this game.
I can't believe... Well, you need a shield, don't you? You do shield surfing?
Oh, that's right. I need to, there's a thing...
Is that a shield what you got on your back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured out how to jump. The problem is that I remember...
Oh, you figured out how to jump?
No, it's because I switched the jump in my games. There's a button where you can... Amiibo VR... let's see, language... Speed... Camera gyro...
What are you trying to do?
I want to change the jump button. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can change the button so that B is jump.
Okay, well.
And you can make your life a lot easier, because that's what I used to do when I played it the first time.
I just really like that you were like, Link can't jump.
Well, because I was hitting all of the buttons and he just wasn't jumping.
What was the other button?
X.
Oh, X. Oh, okay, yeah, that is annoying. I'm not like, I don't know that much about Zelda, although, you didn't play the last Zelda game, Cadence of Hyrule, that's like the last official Zelda.
But it's not a real Zelda, though. Like, it's not...
It's not a real Zelda, but I mean, it's as real as Zelda as Hyrule Warriors is.
Yeah.
Can't believe you've not played Crypt of the Necrodancer, it's got such a good beat. And do you know what else is great about Crypt of the Necrodancer? It has like several, so it's just a rhythm game, it's a dungeon crawler, roguelike game, so if you die, you die, that's it, tough tit, start again. And you have to move, every movement you do, and every movement the monsters do, and every attack, everything, is on the beat. So you can predict all of their movements. Like, it takes a lot of brain power, I'm not gonna lie on that, because, like, you really, like, because you're doing it so quickly, sometimes it's like, oh shit. But it's so fun, and it has a Danganronpa soundtrack, which I love. Like, the base game, it's not like DLC, nothing. It has, like, loads of different soundtracks. But it has, like, Danganronpa skins, you can be Monokuma and stuff, and you can play to the Danganronpa music. Because I was like, oh, this is too hard, I'm not going to play it. And then I was like, Danganronpa soundtrack. Because Danganronpa's got, like, some of the best music all time.
Yeah.
But that's why Cadence of Hyrule fits in so well with the formula as well, because Cadence of, because Legend of Zelda, oh, that was freaky.
Yep.
Legend of Zelda has some of the best music of all time, also, of any video game. So, to put the Legend of Zelda music in a rhythm game, I think that's
makes
a really
sense.
cool idea.
Yeah.
Well, what's the rhythm game now? Kingdom Hearts, that was it. That was the one.
Oh, yeah, that's coming out this year?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, God.
But yeah, they announced that. Yeah, Kingdom of Hearts. Kingdom Hearts rhythm game. Which I thought was really cool. I really like rhythm games. My favourite is Demo. I really like that.
What is that?
Because it's all piano music. That one's really cool.
Oh, yeah, I think you had me play that the other
I
day.
forced you into playing that one. But I mean, obviously I really like the Persona ones. They're really good. Because Persona is number one game, which has amazing music. And I also a big fan of like the really old PlayStation ones, so like Parappa the Rapper.
Oh, of course.
And Jamalami and
Yeah. I thought you hated No, I remember playing Jammer Lamb and you hated it.
No, you were bad at it.
No,
what
you
I
just
said.
well, no, because I would sing the songs and you hated it, and you'd be like, "Why are you singing the songs?"
Well, it's just you being annoying. It's not that Jamalami is a bad game.
I loved Jammer Lamb.
Gitaroo Man was what I was actually gonna say. Gitaroo Man.
Oh yeah,
the
I need to
best
get
of
that.
all
Yeah.
3 of them.
Is that by the same guy?
I think so. Let me do some Wikipediaing. I could be wrong, but it's the same like sort of genre. But
yeah.
Gitaroo Man plays very differently because it's got an attacking section and a defending section, and they're 2 different kinds of rhythm play, which is what I like. But Parappa the Rapper is very cool.
Yep, very cool.
Nana Onsha made Parappa the Rapper. Sure, the guy who voiced Parappa the Rapper like stabbed someone.
Yes, I remember something was up with him.
He stabbed a fan.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I mean, they're not developed by the same people. It has a very similar feel to them, though. If you've never played Gitaroo Man, I recommend.
I do. I really want to play that.
It's on Vita.
Was that for the PS1?
It's on Vita, man.
Oh, was it?
It's on Vita. It's on PS2 and PSP.
Well, one day perhaps.
I mean, you could finish it in under an hour.
Of course, yeah.
Game. So I can lend it to you anytime.
Of course.
It's got like this really chill song that's cool that he uses at the end to like win over the world.
His Bill and Ted moment.
Yeah, it's a very Bill and Ted moment because he's at like a competition.
Oh no.
For music.
Oh.
He's at like a music competition and like this girl comes out and she's doing like sick shredding on the guitar.
Yeah.
It's his ex-girlfriend as well to make it like worse.
Oh, of course.
And he's got to play better than her. You know, otherwise she's gonna give in to the evil side, you know, and all that.
Uh-huh.
Drop down the hole. Oh, you gotta wait for it to go down.
Yeah. Pow!
Yeah, so you've actually like got to do quite good, but yeah, then he uses that song to win over the crowd.
Shoot me!
It's quite the masterpiece.
There's so many PlayStation games out there that people gotta try. Well, I'm just saying that, like, I feel like a bunch of them.
But you never even played Eco
Yeah, that's true.
or Shadow. You didn't play any of them, did you?
No.
And I feel like they're like absolute classics. But I feel we're good because our knowledge of gaming is like 2 very different things.
Yeah, I think because I'm like strategy.
Well, you know, like very old games, and like I'm not really into SNES and Fammy. I'm PlayStation really through.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll know some Nintendo stuff, but not really as far back as.
Oh, doesn't go there.
It doesn't.
Guess not. Oh, I think you
it's
can.
for later.
No, I think you can drop it in.
Yeah, yeah, but I think it's for somewhere later. No, you can't.
Is it though? Then what is it?
It's gotta have like a nook somewhere for it, I guess. Try and throw it over the top.
Yeah. What? Oh, it's because, you know, ZR, the most confusing freaking thing for me on the Switch is the difference between the R and the ZR.
Just admit that
And why anyone would use the ZR, or use the regular R for anything.
Just admit that it's because you're bad at video games.
No, it's because I don't.
play video games.
One trigger. One trigger is all I can deal with.
You gotta blow up that bit.
Yeah. No, wait, wrong one. This a one, yes. Oh, shoot.
Why don't you use the square bomb? Because then you can just place it there.
I like my bombs to be comical.
But
I
then
like the
you don't-
comical round bomb.
Then you don't know where it's gonna be. Just use the square one. You know what's gonna happen.
So then, where does this one go? Because you talked to a lady to finish the thing.
It might have just been teaching you that you can put round things on there and it'll chuck it. It might have just been that.
No, I can't believe that.
Try jumping.
I can't believe that.
Well, look around for a little hole then.
Yeah. But where would it have been? It's not in here. This is that.
I don't know. I honestly think it was just a demonstration.
I mean, that's possible, but there wasn't anything in the beginning, was there? Because you could... Nope, there's that.
Yeah, I think you're just done, mate.
Man.
It doesn't have to be bigger than you think.
No, it has to have a purpose. Why would they have put it there?
Just show you to chuck stuff over.
I guess so. But you'd think they would, because in the future, that you put the ball into the thing, and it has you put that into something, so you think it would have you do something with that. Yeah, I guess it's just a demo. That's so weird why they would do that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Don't question my knowledge.
Yes, your knowledge of someone who hasn't played the game.
But I know video games now.
Yes, of course you do. Skip, please. Thank you. Okay, get me out of here. So now I have to figure out how to get to the one that's at the top of the ice palace, or of the ice area, the ice capades, if you will.
Yeah, the ice.
The ice capades. Or for that, I'm gonna need some prep for that because I need to spit hot fire, as it were. And I also have to be tricky because I have to get around all of this. Okay, we made it. But I will also get the ancient materials, because those might be useful later. I need to find that guy's house. He's got like a recipe for something. My God, that's what I hate. This is what I hate about freaking Breath of the Wild, is that I'm a million miles away from this thing, but it's still targeting me. It's like, come on.
Yeah, So I watched like a dev thing, where it was a development conference for game developers, and the people who made the physics engine for Breath of the Wild were talking about that, and they were talking about that they wanted just because Breath of the Wild is revolutionary in that it had a chemistry engine as well as a physics engine, so it's not just the way that the physics react with each other, like if you jump on something, you can do status to something, hit it a bunch of times, then stand on top of it and it will launch you, right? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they also wanted to develop a chemistry engine. That's why, you can burn away the grass. And
Yeah.
you know, then that will go, and then that will create a fire. And even actually, like, say you get that dude and he's got a fire arrow and he, you know, shoots it, he can burn stuff too. So
Right.
they were developing so, like, it's not just A plus B equals C, but it's like every instance of that happening, even if it's not you,
Right.
will work anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And they were talking about that. And I still don't think I've really seen it implemented in other games. Like, certainly not as well as Breath of the
Not
Wild
yet, yeah.
implemented it. It was really, you know, big. And I know that's why they're making another game in this engine, because
Well, yeah, you can't just let something like that,
they're not going to rebuild a whole new engine again.
Right.
But, I mean, that's what was so big about Breath of the Wild when it came out, is, you know, people discovering all the different ways.
Yeah, because, I
in
mean,
which things work.
maybe the closest thing is Horizon Zero Dawn, maybe.
Mm.
But even then, it doesn't really even come close.
But do you have status now?
State, what do you mean?
Where you can freeze something and it goes dum 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 dum, and then it lets go.
I don't know what
Like
we're talking
chains
about.
come. It's like you know, like you have bomb and you have move metal. It's one of those special moves.
Oh, stasis.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying status. And I was like,
Status. No, stasis.
no, not yet.
Okay, well that is like very broken. So you can like, yeah, put status on something, and then hit it a bunch of times. And then stand on
Okay,
the
okay,
item,
okay.
and you
Yeah.
will go far.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to. I completely forgot about this. You've got to put it in here, and then you throw it in.
Because actually, in terms of speed running, they don't use that much stuff that's like outside of what is intended. Like, they do just go straight to Hyrule Castle and like beat Ganon, but
Yeah.
almost everything they do is intended. The two things I can think of that are not intended is when Link is running, they continuously do the horse whistle, because when you're whistling you don't lose stamina.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like run, horse whistle, run, horse whistle. That's
Yeah,
one thing that
right.
obviously was not intended. And the other thing is that if you jump from very high, if you are using an axe, as you hit the floor, you don't take any damage, because the axe swing animation overtakes the, you know, damage
Ooh.
animation. So, that's the only thing I can think of. Oh, Zip Davis is here.
Oh, yeah, Zip Davis, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Playing some Breath of the Wild. I cannot remember any of these freaking recipes, my dudes.
Oh, I don't know any of them.
Yeah. I know if you put a bunch of the mushrooms together, you can make like a mushroom platter. But because I'm so low on hearts,
Mushroom kebab.
the mushroom kebabs I think are best for right now.
I think the speedrun just gets a load of bananas, because I think bananas do attack up or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I should cook some apples.
Do you know that, like, historians reckon that cooking is what separates us from animals?
Yeah, well, it's one of the things that, like, because animals don't do cooking at all, right?
No, I don't believe so.
Like, I don't even think monkeys don't cook, right? I've heard this crazy thing that, like, monkeys are, like, in their Stone Age or whatever. That, like, they're starting to use tools and stuff.
Yeah, they do use tools, yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think, because, you know, you can cook using citrus, not fire. I'm trying to think if any animal does that, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. That doesn't mean no one does it, but yeah, because cooking releases so many extra nutrients that we only eat like 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
And like, if you look at a panda eats like 20 hours a day. So
yes.
we have a lot more time and energy to do other stuff
But I gotta
that
cut it the right way.
that animals don't have. You trying to get it over the gap?
Oh
You
my!
should cut it the other side.
Cut it this way then.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. How do you not know that?
I don't know. I barely did this.
I'm not on about the game. I'm on about life. You always cut a tree in the opposite way you want it to fall.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, when was the last time I cut a tree? Come on.
But just anything, like, think about Jenga.
Yeah.
It falls in the opposite way to the way that you.
I don't play Jenga. I'm
know.
not a Jenga-er.
I really don't know about this. Just like that's just.
So many
Right.
apples. Oh, I thought you could hit the tree and it would just like.
Yeah, you can, but yeah, there you go.
Yep. I'm gonna hit him with a stick.
Do you know that the Deku stick is the most powerful weapon in Ocarina of Time?
Yes, I remember you telling me about this because they use it in speedruns, right?
Yeah. Because there's loads of well, Ocarina of Time is like really heavily glitched. But there's loads of different ways you can attack, and the best way to attack is a jump slash thing.
Yes.
So if you jump slash as you enter into a room, it makes everything the same power as jump slashing until you do your next move.
Mm-hmm.
But if you crouch with the Deku stick, I think, then it won't count that as like your next move. So your crouch poking with the Deku stick is as strong as a jump slash. Or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how it works.
Oh my god.
Around that.
Yeah. Now this is gonna be rough. I don't think this is gonna work. This is gonna. Okay, well at least going down doesn't cost anything. Yeah, can we warp while we're holding on to this? Yeah, because if I could warp to there, then because you can see it, because I'm looking for the last temple. So as long as I can see it, I can eventually make it there. I've got the chilies cooked, so I'll have 5 minutes of being able to walk through the fire or through the ice plateau. I just actually got to make it up there.
Yeah, the power crouch stab.
See, George is into all the speed running and stuff. I have almost zero interest in speed running. It's just not my thing. It's not something I watch. Like, I can respect it. I can appreciate the idea of breaking a game down, but it's just not for me. It's not something I'd want to do or watch.
Oh no, so just standard. The jump attack with a Deku stick is the most powerful attack in the game.
More so than the Biggoron sword. Because you can, I think, have 50 Deku sticks on you. Like, if you can...
But it breaks after one, right? Or something?
Yeah, I want to...
So I think that's why it's the most powerful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you do the jump attack with the Deku stick, then you press R and do the stabs while you're crouching with your shield. They will continue to have the same power as the jumping attack with the Deku stick.
Can you do the thing where... Because there's a trick, right? Where you can do the infinite stabs with the sword. Because it's like the trick where
yeah, infinite sword glitch, yeah.
Yeah, infinite sword. Can you do that with the Deku stick? Is that like the ultimate attack?
Well, let me look that up.
See, Zip Davis, I have no problem with this game except for the weapon durability. Still enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, I think that is just part of the whole, like, panoply of issues that I personally have with Breath of the Wild, is just that I do not... the item duration, the crafting, the cooking, it's sort of like Breath of the Wild combined all of the things that I do not like about video games into what turns out to be a good game, but... Like Horizon Zero Dawn, I just could not tolerate it in Horizon Zero Dawn.
So, infinite sword glitch, you can't Okay, yeah. So the way the infinite sword glitch works is you have to be near a text box of someone, so like someone you can talk to, or someone like open a chest, like anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You have to get your shield out and attack, and as the sword is coming back, you interact with the thing, you speak or you open or whatever you're trying to do, and because um, the sword didn't finish its attack then, it's like waiting to attack.
I see.
So as long as you don't attack again, it will, anything it touches, um, acts as if it attacked it.
Okay.
And yeah, you can do the power crouch stab, like, on top of that.
So that's when you truly broken the game.
Well, yeah, like, it's saying...
Oh, no!
Oh, you can also do the infinite sword glitch.
Oh, come on.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah? I mean, they're gotta be the same engine.
Yeah, probably.
See, traditional dungeons would be nice, too. I do think this is a good step in experimentation for Nintendo.
Oh, I agree.
I
Yeah.
wonder if that's what they'll do in the next one. It's like, they're like, okay, we've...
I understand that, like, I don't really like weapon durability, but I understand why they did it, because they're trying to encourage you to explore and get other stuff. Like, I get the point, but...
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't perfectly implemented, though.
But then again, if you wanted traditional dungeons, they did come out with the Link's Awakening remake.
Yeah. Cadence of Hyrule as well has proper dungeons. That was cool.
Oh, yeah?
And all the bosses are, like, music themed. That was really cool.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree. I suppose, like, the 4 beasts are, like, your traditional dungeon, but they're nowhere near as complicated as the
Yeah.
dungeon. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I do miss... Well, because what else? There was, let's see, Link to the Past 2.
Link to the Past 2?
Yeah, that came out for the 3DS. That had the traditional dungeons. It didn't in a nice way, though.
Isn't
To where...
that just a remake?
No, it's a whole new game.
Oh, okay.
It's great.
Is that a Link Between Worlds?
Yes?
There's so many Zelda games.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track.
Yeah. A Link to the Past was another one where I fell down the speedrunner hole and I used to watch that.
Link to the Past is great. It still holds up. Like, I think it's still, like... If you enjoyed A Link to the Past 2 and you haven't played A Link to the Past 1, you gotta play it.
I mean, I've watched so many Link to the Past randomizers, I can't even
Oh, well,
tell you that.
yeah, you're fine. You've experienced the game pretty much.
Well, no, I'd like to play it myself, but
Yeah.
I do know, like, a lot of what you have to do, like, opening up skull woods and all that.
The other ones that I think have sort of fallen down the memory hole are Oracle of Seasons
Yeah,
and Ages.
so, like,
Those are great.
now a lot of people are saying, like, yeah, those two, Seasons and Ages, like, should definitely have a remake.
Yeah, I've got those in English. I've got
yeah?
them somewhere, yeah, because I freaking love them.
Bring them back. I'd love to play that. What is that for?
Game Boy Color.
Oh, Color, wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I heard they're really good.
Oh, yeah. Well, because the thing is, because you, like, beat one of them, and then you beat the other one, and then you unlock, like, the real final boss.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you can finally face, spoiler alert, Ganon.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa!
You dead?
No.
Oh, almost, yeah. Yeah, one of them you have your little friends as well. You can ride a Dodongo. I can't remember which one that is though.
Yeah.
I always wanted to play Minish Cap as well. That one always looked pretty good to me.
Minish Cap, yeah, I have not played the DS ones.
Maybe one day I'll do like a month of Zelda
Yeah.
and go through all of them, play all of them. That would be so.
Not a bad idea.
In order.
There it is.
See, see it end with Breath of the Wild. Well, it had to be like a year of Zelda, right? Like,
I would say because Breath of the Wild, I think I did it in like 20 or 30 hours.
yeah.
I think Link to the Past you can do in 10, probably 10, 15. Most of them are like 10 or 15-hour games, depending on how much effort you want to put into them.
Well, Majora's Mask took me 40 hours, so.
Yeah. That's the one. I think I might, when I'm back home, I might see if I can do it in one sitting.
Zip says just picked up Physical Blossom Tales on Switch. It's really fun. Link to the Past clone. I've not heard of that actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Just another. I
interesting.
can't see that in the in my chat. It's so weird.
Well, it might just come up a bit later. Like,
Maybe.
you'll be okay. You
Well,
know,
no. It's just
don't
when people
panic.
say something, I'd like to be able to respond to it.
Yeah, I think there might be a delay for because I'm just in the chat. So. I'm gonna get a list of Legend of Zelda games.
Let me think. I can name all the big ones.
No way. There's gotta be over 20. I want to say there's more than 20.
Of the main, I can name all the mainstream ones. It's the weird Game Boy ones and like DS ones that I don't know.
But yeah, they're still like there's 27.
27. All right, I want to start with the beginning, and name the
Okay.
ones that I can't name. So there's the original one,
Yeah, Zelda 1. Yeah.
Zelda 1, Zelda 2, then
What's Zelda 2 called?
Adventure of Link.
Yeah.
Then there is next would be Link to the Past because that would be 92, I think.
Yeah, 92. 91 in Japan. But yeah,
Then there's Link's Awakening.
Yes.
That also might include Link's Awakening DX, which is the Game Boy Color version.
It's just as one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that would have been like 94.
Because it says like Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, and then it says Game Boy Color, 3DS, Nintendo Switch. So like, it includes all the remakes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
As one title.
Yeah. All right. Then it would be Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
Then it would probably be I can't remember if Four Swords came out before or after Wind Waker. No, after. So it'd be Wind Waker.
Wait.
And then
No, you're completely wrong. It's a Game Boy Color game.
a Zelda Game Boy Color game? Oh, would it be then it would be Oracle of Seasons and Ages?
Yeah, it's ages first then.
Okay. Oh, I thought they came out at the same time.
Oh yeah, they did. Sorry.
Because it's sort of Pokemon. They've done the Pokemon experience.
Yeah.
So Oracle of Seasons and Ages and then Wind Waker?
No. But you have mentioned it.
Oh, was it Four Swords?
Yeah.
And then Wind
Four
Waker?
Swords.
Okay.
And then Wind Waker, yeah. 4 Swords is December 2000. Oh, yeah, it's close though. 4 Swords is 3rd of December 2002, and Wind Waker is December 13th, 2002. So they came out within 2 weeks of each other.
Okay. Yeah, so, because I know their art styles are very similar.
But they released 4 Swords in America first, and then Japan in March, and they released Wind Waker in December in Japan, and then March for America.
Yeah.
So they just swapped that
Okay.
around.
Then next would probably be, hold on, so we're GameCube era.
Let me just say, so the first 4 Swords is Link to the Past 4 Swords.
Oh, okay.
Then Wind Waker. And then it's 4 Swords Adventure. is the answer.
Oh, yeah, because there were 2 Four Swords?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And that used the Wind Waker look.
Does this include the Tingle games?
No, it's just the games that start. The title
Is
of the
Legend
game
of Zelda.
starts with the Legend of Zelda.
Okay. Man, I don't think there was any other Zelda games for Game Boy Advance. Oh, there would have been a Link to the Past remake for the Game Boy Advance.
No. There's a Game Boy Advance game. Next, that's the next one.
I do not know that one.
You do, because we've already talked about it.
Was it Minish Cap?
Minish Cap, yeah.
That was Game Boy Advance?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a DS. Oh, okay. So if it's not, so okay, then
Minish Cap is 2004.
2004. Ooh,
Yeah.
that would probably be Twilight
Yeah,
Princess.
Twilight
Yeah,
Princess.
Twilight Princess for Wii and GameCube. Then that's when you get into the DS stuff, because basically then
Yeah.
it's DS until Skyward Sword.
Then
So
it's
it'd be,
DS.
I don't know what order it's in, but it'd be Spirit Tracks, the one where they're on the high seas.
No. Spirit Tracks is not the next one, or the one after next. There's one before that.
What's the one before?
It's called the Phantom Hourglass.
Oh, Phantom Hourglass. Okay.
And then Spirit Tracks.
Then Spirit Tracks. Is there another DS game,
No.
or is it Skyward Sword?
Yeah, then it's Skyward
Then it's
Sword.
Skyward Sword.
That we're up to 2011 now.
2011. Skyward Sword. 2011, 2012.
Now we're at 3DS.
3DS Zelda games. Oh, would it be Ocarina of Time remake?
We're not.
We're not
doing
counting remakes
The
and stuff?
remake includes in the original.
3DS stuff. It's no Link to the Past 2 was later.
No, that's it.
That's Link to the Past 2 is
is
2012?
A Link Between Worlds. It's called. It's not called Link to the Past 2.
Oh. Well, no, in Japanese it's Kamigami no Trifosu 2.
Really?
So it's Link to the Past 2 in Japanese. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure. Because it is just a Link to the Past, but
It's called Triforce of Gods 2.
yeah. That's Triforce of the Gods is Link to the Past in Japanese.
Oh, okay. Well, the English is A Link Between Worlds.
Okay.
So I did get that correct earlier. Goodbye.
Okay.
Okay, after A Link Between Worlds.
Link Between Worlds, and then would it be Hyrule Warriors?
No,
is that
that's
not on the list?
included, No.
Um,
You just said mainline. You just do mainline.
just mainline stuff.
There's one more before Breath of the Wild.
3DS. Is it another Four Swords?
Yeah, sort of. It's Triforce Heroes.
Triforce Heroes. Yeah. Okay.
And then Breath of the Wild.
Um,
That's it. There's
that's
the game
it?
after Breath of the Wild.
See, yeah, see,
What mainline
see.
Zelda is that?
So what did I miss? All I missed was
You
Phantom
missed about
Hourglass.
4, I think.
I missed Phantom Hourglass, and that was the
One
only
of
one.
the Four Swords and Triforce Heroes.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
Minish Cap. There was quite a few you missed, but it's fine. You did a good job.
Oh yeah, now I can go. I need to go pray at the temple, and then I can get probably another heart. I think I'll do.
Yeah, the remakes is Link's Awakening DX, Ocarina of Time Master Quest, Collector's Edition Legend of Zelda, which was for the GameCube.
God, I think that stupid jerk of my friend still has my Master Quest GameCube game.
The Collector's Edition had Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time and Majora's
Yeah,
Mask,
yeah.
and a demo of Wind Waker, so that
Yes.
would have been pretty...
That's really expensive. That's like $100 now.
Yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
Let's see,
I mean,
friend.
it has 4 Zelda games and a demo of Wind Waker.
That was big. That was back before when like people still didn't know how to emulate stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. I like the Famicom's titles, the Hyrule Fantasy. Yeah, the Japanese titles are great.
Then Ocarina of Time 3D, Four Swords remake, which I love. Like, who was asking
God,
for
yeah,
that?
no one wanted that.
But yeah.
But hey, as long as they're remaking GameCube stuff,
Yeah.
I can fully support that.
Wind Waker HD, Majora's Mask 3D, Twilight Princess HD, and then the latest is the Link's Awakening.
Wait, what do I do? I got the things.
Okay, what spin-off
Oh, I need
games?
4? I thought I just needed 3. Where's the
What's-
other one then?
What spin-off games do you think you can name that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14...
Oh, I gotta climb up there. Okay.
15, 16, 17 spin-offs.
17 spin-off Zelda games.
Yeah.
I know Hyrule Warriors is
Hyrule Warriors, yeah.
Is Age of Calamity on there or Time of
Yeah,
Calamity?
Age of Calamity
on
yeah.
there. Oh, the Tingle one.
Yeah, there's a couple of tingles.
There's a couple of tingles. I don't know what they're called.
Okay, let me take you on a trip. So the first one is called Zelda, and it's a Game and Watch.
Are you including the what was the Philips CDI ones? Are those
Maybe,
on there?
I don't know. I'm just on Wikipedia.
Okay.
So Zelda was the final Game and Watch ever created.
Oh yeah, that's really expensive. It's like hundreds of dollars.
Oh yeah, and it was released in the Game and Watch collection.
Yeah.
Which I do not know why you'd buy that. I did have Chef Game and Watch.
I mean, Game & Watches are cool, but yeah, it's kind of a... Wait, when was it released?
89.
Oh, wow. So yeah, that's when the Game & Watch was sort of on its last legs.
And then there was Legend of Zelda, which is a port of the Famicom Legend of Zelda on a watch. It was called the Nelsonic Game Watch.
Wow, okay.
So that's quite something. But I think it's a port in the same way that, you know, like, you have Mega Drive and Master System ports.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's one of those ports where it's
see.
a shit version.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Anyway.
Okay.
Zelda no Densetsu Kamigami no Triforce. What do you think that is? What do you think that's for?
That's Link to the Past in Japanese,
it's
but
Link to the Past.
is that the Satellaview one?
It's a barcode game. You know, like those things where you scan in the barcode and then they can fight? It's one of those.
Oh, wow.
Based on Link to the Past.
Okay, okay.
Which I think is, like, brilliant.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the CDI games are in here.
Oh, yeah?
Do you know their names?
Oh, no.
Link, the Faces of Evil. Zelda, the Wand of Gamaliel.
Yes, yeah, Gamelon, yeah.
Oh, Gamelon.
Well, that's I know that because there's the Angry Video Game Nerd video about them.
I think the famous one is Zelda's Adventure, though.
Yeah,
That's the famous one. Because you play Zelda and she can't jump.
Yeah.
It's So, yeah, much like the game you're playing now. Then there's BS Zelda no Densetsu.
Yes.
Do you know what that is?
That's the Satellaview
Yes.
continuation of Links of
What
Link
is
to the
the
Past.
Satellaview?
So the Satellaview, gather around, folks, for one of the weirdest add-ons that was ever made. So in Japan, this is a Japanese-only thing. It was so if you were ever perplexed about why on the bottom of the Super Nintendo there's a little port that you could plug something into. There was never anything released for it outside of Japan, but in Japan there was a little console that you could plug your Super Nintendo into that was an antenna. It received satellite waves into it. So there was like a little village you could go to. Someone has gone through some painstaking stuff and actually recreated all this stuff.
Oh.
To where you could, like, I think, listen to radio programs on it. It was crazy. It's very hard to find. It's very expensive.
What's the Zelda game related to it?
It's just basically you downloaded a continuation of, it's like a few dungeons, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a Chrono Trigger continuation. It's a couple of things.
Because there's Zelda no Densetsu, and then there's also Zelda no Densetsu Initiate no Sekiban. Is that 2?
What do you mean 2?
Zelda 2?
No, that's just the Adventure Link. It's like Rinku no Boken or something.
The Adventure Link is Zelda 2 now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, you're saying that. I don't know what that is. Inishi no Sekiban, that's the other stuff.
That's like it's like the sacrifice of something.
I don't know. I don't know the Japanese names of Zelda games because I'm not a weeb. Yeah, then there's the Tingle games. Freshly picked Tingle's Rosy Roofy Land, which is a RPG where you play as Link. And then there's Tingle's Balloon Fight, which is just Balloon Fight with Tingle.
Nice.
Of course. And then everyone's favourite Zelda spin-off. We were talking about this yesterday.
Oh!
Eat the bad one!
I don't know about that.
No, it makes you sick. What's everyone's favourite Zelda spin-off, John?
Zelda spin-off?
Yeah. We were talking about it yesterday.
Oh, I can't remember.
Link's crossbow training,
Oh!
which they used to sell the Wii Zapper, and it was terrible. In Japanese, it's Linku no Bogan Toreiningu.
Yeah.
Oh, Purasu Wii Zapper.
Nice.
So it's a pretty good title there.
Yeah.
And then it's Dekisugi Tingle Pack, which is like the two large single.
Yeah, the
Tingle
extraordinarily large tingle
Yeah,
pack.
yeah. 5 tingle themed tools: a fortune teller, a timer, a calculator, and a music.
I got the
program.
stasis. This is the stasis.
Okay, yeah. There you go. Oh, but it does not end there. Irozuki it's tinkle in Japanese.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't know that.
Tinkuru, yeah, that makes sense.
Tinkuru, it's not
Yeah.
tingle. I guess because tinkle means
I think
P.
it's tinkle, isn't it?
No, it's tingle with a G. But I'm just reading the Japanese.
No, it
word.
is tinkle, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know what Tingle's name is.
No, I forgot.
Yeah, in Japanese it's tinkle. I guess because tinkle means P.
Let's see. Zip Davis says that they re-released some of the BS the Teleview games. When I was there, I picked up the Shockman game. When did they? Oh wait, is that the one? They just re-released that, right? Like the full cartridge treatment. Because there were some games that were only available through the BS system, and I guess yeah, Shockman. Let me make sure that's the one I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, okay. I think it's the one that I'm thinking of.
So, Irozuki Tinkulu no Koi no Balloon Trip. Balloon Trip is just in English.
Yeah.
It's the sequel to Freshly Picked Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land.
Yeah.
But it did not receive a Western release.
Of course.
And then they decided, after that, I think they decided maybe the spin-off should be good.
Yeah.
Because before that, is there a good one? I don't think there is, right?
No.
Like, I don't know how good the Tingle games are, but I've never heard of anyone who played them, so...
Yeah, no. I can't believe the Four Swords are considered a part of the...
Because their title starts with Legend of Zelda.
But it's just like, why? Why?
And then they made Hyrule Warriors, which is very good. As we
Yes,
talked about
finally.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Zelda Picross, which, I mean, it's Picross, but it's good if you like Zelda and Picross. I like Picross. And then Cadence of Hyrule, which is very, very good. And, yeah, I assume the new Hyrule Warriors will also be good.
I would like to play it. I don't know if I will $60 want to play it, but maybe in the future I'll pick it up.
He said she be Bin Man.
I found that on Wikipedia. So I'm pretty sure it's the one that I'm thinking of.
So yeah, maybe we should play Cadence of Hyrule on here sometime. I'd like to see you try that. That'd be funny.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Just embarrass myself.
I can do it though if.
Is it a download only game?
Yeah, but I have it. We can put my account on your Switch, can't we? Wait, I need to Google.
Somehow. I think if we make a user for you,
Yeah.
I think we can.
You must be able to use one account on multiple Switches, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense, would it?
I don't know. But think about Nintendo. Like, they've done boneheaded stuff online before.
Because especially with the Lite, like, plenty of people will own an OG Switch and a Switch
You would
Lite.
think, yeah.
Because otherwise, like, I just put my Switch in the dock, but mine is a Switch Lite, so...
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out, and if we can't, we can't.
It's so good, though. How to use one account on multiple Switch units.
But will that conflict with the one with my account that I have on here? Not that it matters, because I don't buy digital.
Wait. secondary Switch now has access to download your digital games from the eShop as long as you're connected to the internet. Okay. Your main Switch carries your login user account, can buy games. Oh, but you can't buy games from the second one. That's alright though.
I see.
Can play any of the cartridge games. Secondary Switch only allows access to games previously owned. Other users' accounts on the same Switch cannot access the games. Oh, so if I make the account, you can't
Yeah.
play them on your account, but you can play them on my account anyway.
Okay.
You cannot play the game at the same time on both Switches.
Oh,
It'll
okay,
block
well.
you out of one if you're playing on the other.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew there was like some restrictions, but they seem decent compared
It's just
to
it's all noise to
compared
me.
to other
Yeah.
Nintendo stuff. I get their point is that they don't want one person in the house to buy a game and then have everyone in the house playing the game
Yeah.
at the same time or whatever. So then they're going to be like, you have to buy multiple. I sort of get that point.
I guess. Okay, well, it's getting to be 9 o'clock here. So I've been doing this for 2 hours. I can't believe it takes 2 hours to get through the opening area is just so huge
Yeah.
that it's like so massive that it's still like, I mean, I didn't know where I was going with the Frozen Wasteland one, but even then, it was only like an extra 10 minutes. Otherwise, so much to do with this game. Oh my god, I cannot play this game again. I can't do it. Not all the way through. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this one. Wait, Zip Davis, you did some true gamer science for me the other night. What did you do? What gamer science did you attempt for the channel?
I don't think we have any Zelda games that we can play. Because otherwise, I've only got like the 3DS ones, which we can't stream.
I've got all the 3DS ones.
Oh, I have Nintendo Online as well, so
Is
probably play the original Zelda. I'm sure that's on there.
it might be, it might not be though. Let's see what's on NES and Super NES Online. Let's see.
They've got to have it.
Let's see, Super Mario World, Metroid, Pilot Wings, Brawl Brothers, Star Fox 2, Super Soccer. Zelda is not. Oh no, sorry. Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past
Oh, Link to the Past
is on Switch Online, and then yes, original Legend of Zelda and Zelda 2
Oh, well.
is on Switch Online.
I might do that because I've actually cancelled my thing because I paid for a year, but I don't
Yeah?
play it. I don't play it a lot, so I cancelled it. I did play it for like the first month I bought it, but then I haven't played it so much since.
Yeah.
Because I played Mario. Maybe it's Super Mario World I played. But I really want to play Link to the Past, so I should have done that.
Okay.
Or
All right.
pay for another year.
So Zip Davis did the Lord's work
yeah.
and weighed cartridge. So we had this big debate of cartridges versus CDs in the case weight.
Yeah.
I contended that cartridges weighed less than a CD game in the cartridge with the manual. Because the cartridge is just a bunch of plastic. But when you put the papers with the CD and the plastic up the case, it gets super heavy. Zip Davis can confirm, although I will need to know. So
what cartridge was it? Was it
like,
in the box?
No. So it's just a loose. Yeah, I need to know what were your experiment.
Yeah.
Was it a loose like Famicom, Super Famicom cartridge?
No, but I agree with you. If it's a loose cartridge, but I'm just saying that like maybe like a Mega Drive game with the manual in the box, that might be heavier than a PS1 game. That's all I was saying.
I think half of the weight is going to be the manual. So when Zip, when you weighed the game in the jewel case, did it also have the manual with it? Because yes, if it has the manual with it, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be heavier than the cartridge game. I'm just saying. Because I would say that, like a Switch game in the
Yeah.
case,
Weighs nothing.
yeah, yeah.
Some of them have manuals now, though.
I mean, I've got 20 Switch games. I do not have one with the manual.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go upstairs now. Binding of Isaac definitely has one.
Yeah, I could see the indie ones when. Let's see. Oh, Zip Davis confirms yes with the manual. Yep. All right. So here you heard it here first. I'm interested. I might do this if I can find a scale.
Well, yeah, because also I have Rolo to the Rescue in the box with the manual, and that is a heavy game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also a crap game. I do not believe anyone has ever finished Rolo to the Rescue.
See, Zip Davis says Japanese games are heavier because of the obi and the registration. I mean, they don't make them that much heavier though. But then we're talking about like tens of grams here, so that could be a video.
I'm sure we got a weighing scale somewhere.
Yeah, I need to pull those up. I think. Well, no, because I have cartridges. I have cartridges in the box. I have CD games.
I mean, I have the heaviest Vita game. I know that for a fact.
Which one is that?
Like, of just the standard cases.
Yeah.
Summer Night 6. It comes with a 100-something page manual.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
Jeez.
I'll send you a Patreon message.
Yes, fine. Okay, so yeah, we'll end with the Patreon plug. Zip Davis is going to send me a message with all the data, and so we will. I think we'll present that in the next stream.
Yeah.
Just to prove that I am right about what I said, because I had a couple people saying that I was wrong. But yes, about cartridge, because there was a thing where it's like, well, if you're trying to get all of this stuff back from Japan, and fitting stuff into your suitcase, the thing is that cartridges, they're thicker than CD-based games, but I believe as is now proven, they are lighter than the CD games.
Well, we'll put it to the test. Yeah,
so I'd love to see the numbers, Zip. And also, if you would like to support the channel, if you've been watching the stream for the last 2 hours, especially if you're watching the archive, we'll be back every day possible between now and the first week of October, streaming at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 7 p.m. British time, 11 p.m. West Coast American time. And other than that, programming notes. I think I've got some videos about Friends in Tokyo coming up. One video per week. And then I've also got, I just uploaded these today. We'll be doing, looking at the most expensive Dreamcast games on Surugaya this week. Next week, we go to Surugaya Akihabara Ekimae. We go to the showcase there. And then at the end of the week, at the end of the month, it's Blast from the Past. I found some footage from 2015. So we'll look at some game prices then and see what was available way in the back of 2015. But for now, so I'm going to end it here. Hold on, I got to make sure I get to the right screen here. So yes, we will be back tomorrow, same time, same place, twitch.tv/jcontra. Thanks for everyone who watched either in the chat live or who's watching the recording afterwards. Thanks everyone, see you next time, and mahalo.